Hi, my name is Kate Ripley. We're here with Corning at SID Display Week, and we'll show you some of what we have going on this week. So this week we're talking about fusion display glass manufacturing. We can go as large as Gen 10.5, which you can see here is drawn to scale. And so from a Gen 10.5 substrate, you can actually have 8 65-inch televisions. It's a very efficient size for that manufacturing.
So, what do you mean? Like you're integrating with how they make the glass on the TVs and the fabs?
That's right. We're the display glass substrate. So panel makers use our glass as a TFT substrate to build the panel on top of.
And this is like one of the latest, biggest fabs?
This is the largest. We've been doing this for quite a while now. Our customers are very happy with that size, and we've been doing it for a while.
But do people always want bigger and bigger all the time? And how does that get designed? Is there a lot of considerations how to make something bigger?
Certainly, yep. We're still seeing about 1 inch of screen size growth per year at the end market. So TV screen sizes are increasing year over year, and we're ready to support with this size of glass.
Everybody needs to consider 88 inch or 82 inch and everything. All right, but 65 is pretty awesome. And so this is what you show here. What do you have there?
Yep, so this is our fusion glass manufacturing process. So you can see we start with sand and we melt that mixture down into a molten material that then comes into our fusion iso pipe. And so as that molten substance overflows our iso pipe, it fuses and then falls and is formed in midair. That helps us preserve a really nice surface on either side. We lightly process it and inspect it, and for that Gen 10.5 size, we actually locate next to our customer so that the glass goes directly to their facility. That helps us preserve quality and make sure it's reliably supplied to our customer.
So that means there's one sheet of glass that goes the whole area here?
That's right.
It needs to be perfect thickness, strength, and everything?
That is the goal, yes, as dimensionally stable as possible.
So should we go around?
We'll come this way.
Okay.
Coming through. Okay. And so at SID this year, we're showing that manufacturing process in an immersive display. And so this is a VR-based demo where visitors can take a look at the size and scale of this manufacturing process. Certainly, we aren't able to bring the public into our facilities, but we want to help them understand just how large and impressive this manufacturing process is.
Is it kind of like a clean room?
Yep. So as we process the glass here near the end, you'll see we have a clean room illustrated. So once we've finished trimming the glass and beveling the edges, it does go into a clean room where that quality is preserved as it's inspected and shipped.
And it's fully automated?
We are working toward that, yes. Yep. Of course, we
right.
rely on our experts to run it.
Okay.
Okay. And then here you'll see what happens with that glass after it's manufactured. We can scale this, the thickness of the glass based on our customers' needs. At that Gen 10.5 size, we're mostly here in the middle around 0.4. We're excited this year, too, to show AUO's prototype of a transparent micro-LED tile. This is the largest micro-LED tile that's transparent to date, and this uses our TFT substrate. This uses Lotus NXT glass at 0.7 millimeters. That's a little thicker than usual, but that does lend some stability to the tile.
Nice. It's really awesome to get new uses for transparent displays.
Absolutely. We're excited to see how it advances. And this application is for digital signage.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
We'll show you a little bit here of our other businesses here at SID today. We'll start here with Gorilla Glass. And I'll introduce you to Esther here, and she can share a little of that.
Yep. So here.
All right. Oh, 1 second.
So here we're moving from microchip to fingertip, and we're going over our Gorilla Glass product offerings. So taking a look over here on the left-hand side, we are showcasing how we have adoption on the latest flagship devices for Samsung year over year, as we move from Victus 2 over to Armor 2. And the significance and the evolution of these products showcases much improved scratch performance as well as drop resistance as well. And over there, you actually just took a look at our Z Flip 6. This is a great showcase of not only our glass on the front cover, the inside cover, but also the camera cover lens. And that gives you a great segue onto the right-hand side, where we're gonna go over our bendable glass solution.
Nice, this is bendable glass?
Yes, this is Corning's ultra-thin bendable glass material.
Nice. How good is it in terms of crease?
That's not something that we typically will disclose. That's something we keep confidential with our customers. But this is product that is already commercially out on the market, came out earlier just a few months ago. And if we have more questions on bendable, taking a look at the acrylic glass here, we are showcasing 3 different size bendable parts. So the 2 you're looking at there are clamshell and book glass sizes. And this is showcase what we are able to produce and have commercially available on the market. And when you have a moment to take a look over on that last glass case here, this is a large size IT piece of bendable glass. And this is also to showcase across the market, we are not only working with handheld mobile device sizes, but also for IT. And if you take a look on the side, you can see how thin this product is. And it's almost a little hard to see, but it really just proves a great point of this is an optically advanced and also great piece of bendable glass for our consumers to consider.
Good morning. I'm here representing Corning's Automotive Glass Solutions. This year at SID, we are showcasing a few things with primarily connectivity and automotive design. So our first demonstration is a dual OLED display that we partnered with Tianma on. And what we are supplying here is Corning automotive grade Gorilla Glass. So unique features about that is that it's more durable than a standard glass. It obviously provides better optical clarity for display applications and is more scratch resistant. The other unique thing about this display is that it is shaped, and we achieve that shape using Corning cold form technology, which means that we put this in shape at room temperature. We do not have to reheat the glass. So.
And it's a very, very smooth experience in the car. People want to have a satisfying...
That's right. So when we talk about connectivity, we're really talking about connecting the person to the vehicle and sort of replicating a consumer electronics experience with the touch and feel that they get from their in-vehicle displays.
It needs to be as good as the latest iPad or something
we totally agree, and then you can see here we've been able to do that. The other thing we've been able to do is there are actually 2 displays in here, and by matching those colors, we present it as if it's a seamless integrated one display system, which is much more visually appealing.
Nice. From this angle, you don't see nearly.
That's exactly right.
Black is so black.
That's right.
Right.
And that's the goal. So the next demonstration we have here is actually Corning's dynamic decor. So we received Best of Innovation at the Consumer Electronics Show this year. And what you see here is a patterned glass display, which is actually hiding, and I'm going to push the power button on so you can see it work in real time. When the display is required, it comes through the pattern. So that is an 85% transmittance, which is exceptional. And what we're doing that's different from others on the floor this year is we achieve this without plastics, without films. This is glass, which means that you get the same touch that we just talked about, you get the same function we just talked about, and the same durability without implementing a plastic.
I don't see this pattern.
That's the point.
It's gone. It's completely,
That's right.
It just a complete display, and then you switch it off, there's no display. It's a little bit like magic.
Yep. So our goal here is really to make sure that folks that make cars for a living understand that they are not limited by the material. If they want to implement design elements such as this, they're able to do so. They're able to hide displays, and you can use them when you want them, and they can go away when you don't.
Is it touch right now?
This demo is not touch function.
It totally could be?
It could be. And it could also be shaped. So you could use cold form to create a bend the same way that you did over here. You could do that on a hidden display like that one.
Nice. That's cool. And what's happening on the screen?
What we're showing on the screen is a lot of our other demonstrations. We've won previous awards for cold form and other technologies, and we're just making sure that folks understand we have large partnerships with all the major panel makers in the industry, and we're just given a chance to showcase those here.
All right, so here I'm showcasing some of the surface treatments that Corning is offering in addition to our extremely durable glass. So these add another layer of performance to the glass. So first off, we have the durable anti-reflective coating. So this helps enhance the contrast of your image on a tablet like this when there's bright ambient light.
So what's the difference between each?
So here you have bare glass where you can see this bright white light is reflecting off and it washes out the entire image. And it's really difficult to see the colors of the sushi here. But when you look at the DXC image, this one has the AR coating applied. You're able to see a lot more of the colors still, and the display remains readable.
All right.
That coating has been adopted on the Asus ROG Ally.
Nice. So
Mobile
people
gaming.
can go out in the outdoors, enjoy their games, and still see the screen good.
Yeah, that's the idea.
All right, and everything can just be done by coating.
Yeah, these are all with a durable anti-reflective coating, DXC. And on this half, we have anti-glare technology. So what standard anti-glare does is it helps diffuse the image of yourself in the tablet or in the screen that you're looking at. But one of the things that standard anti-glare technology struggles with is what we call sparkle. So as our displays have more and more pixels, we start to get this effect where we get this grainy, gritty texture that's really apparent on a solid green like this. And what we've done is create a new anti-glare surface texturing technique with Gorilla Matte that helps us mitigate that sparkling effect.
All right.
Having an anti-glare on the surface is another thing that helps with outdoor readability. So you can see the tree branches and clouds are reflected really clearly on the bare glass side. But on the Gorilla Matte side, you're able to read the text very easily.
There's a big difference between those two sides.
Yeah.
Is it matte? Is more and more devices coming out with the matte, this kind of treatment?
Yeah, there really are. The one that it's been adopted on here that just came out this year is the Lenovo
Is the
Legion
Switch
Tab.
2? No, I'm joking. No. Okay.
So
Lenovo, did you say?
Yeah, Lenovo Legion Tab. So this is a mobile gaming tablet. So again, this is really designed so that you can take your gaming outdoors or into a bright environment.
So let's have with the light and just to have a look.
Mm-hmm.
How does it look like over here? It looks great outdoors.
Yeah.
All right. So
That anti-glare texturing is making it really easy to see the colors and the contrast, even in that bright ambient light.
Thanks for visiting us here at SID Display Week. We have a number of research presentations this week we're hoping everyone enjoys, and we'll see you next year.
and the research presentations go into very technical depth.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Very technical research papers. We're proud of our scientists who are always trying to push the display industry forward.
And people can look those up and read them on the internet.
They certainly can, yes.